In the wild heart of North America, where the mountains cut the sky and the forests whisper ancient stories, a silent rivalry has shaped the land for centuries. Here, in the shadows of towering pines and beneath snow-draped ridges, two predators walk the same paths, breathe the same cold air, and hunt the same prey. Yet they could not be more different. One moves like a whisper, the other arrives like a storm. This is the story of the mountain lion and the gray wolf. The dawn begins softly over the Rockies, painting the peaks gold. In a hidden canyon, a mountain lion steps out of the darkness. Alone, always alone. Her paws fall quietly on the frosted earth, each movement deliberate, each gesture carved by instinct. To see her is rare, to hear her almost impossible. She is the ghost of the mountains, built for silence. Every muscle in her body is fashioned for ambush, for patience, for timing so perfect it almost feels supernatural. Miles away, the wind carries a different sound, the rising call of wolves. Deep, rolling, unified, a single note that tells the valley the pack is awake. Unlike the lion, wolves are never alone. Their strength is not in stealth, but in togetherness. They move in formation, reading each other's eyes, breaths, and steps. There is no leader without the pack, no pack without the leader. They are born of teamwork, sharpened by strategy, and sustained by the bond that ties them. On most days, these two worlds rarely collide. The cougar avoids the wolves avoid the cougar. But winter is harsh, and hunger reshapes the rules. Prey becomes scarce, the land tightens, boundaries blur, and when survival hangs in the balance, even the quietest hunters must take risks. Today, the mountain lion has found what she needs, a mule deer grazing close to the tree line. She lowers herself into the brush, her body perfectly still as snow begins to fall around her. Seconds stretch like minutes. The deer lifts its head, sensing nothing, and then, in a single breathless burst, she strikes, fast, precise, devastating. The forest falls silent again as she drags the kill toward cover, knowing the night will bring scavengers and challengers, but she has earned her meal. What she cannot see is that the wind is shifting. Far across the valley, the wolves catch the scent. One lift of the alpha's nose is all it takes. The pack pauses. Hunger tightens their ribs. They turn as one. The forest darkens as the day fades, and the cougar settles beside her kill, the rising moon illuminating her amber eyes. She eats cautiously, pausing often, listening to the night. A cold breeze brushes the clearing, then another, and with it, faint but clear, a distant howl. She lifts her head. The wolves are coming. First, there is only silence, then the crack of a branch, a soft rustle of feet. Shadows slip between the trees, circling, tightening, studying her in the pale light. Their breaths rise in soft clouds, their eyes glow with calculation. The cougar curls her tail, her muscles coiling beneath her like a loaded spring. She knows this game. Wolves rarely attack alone. They surround, pressure, disrupt. She has won fights before and lost far more meals than she'd like to remember. Tonight, she will not surrender easily. The alpha steps forward, low and steady. Behind him, two wolves drift left, one drifts right, a practiced formation. The cougar snarls, a deep warning carved from ancient instinct. The forest holds its breath. Then the first wolf rushes. The cougar explodes into motion, claws flashing, teeth bared. She strikes with a force that sends the wolf skidding back into the snow. But the pack doesn't stop. Another lunges from behind. A third tests her flank. She spins, slashing, dodging, retreating toward the base of a fallen tree. But numbers change everything. The wolves are relentless. What she has in strength, they answer with unity. What she has in power,
They counter with persistence. Each second drains more energy. Each leap becomes riskier. The alpha makes his move, darting in close enough to force her off balance. She stumbles, only for a moment, but a moment is all they need. Realizing the danger, the cougar executes her final escape. She bolts upward, leaping onto the angled trunk of a nearby tree, climbing higher and higher until she is out of reach. Below, the wolves circle the deer, victorious, not through strength alone, but through the bond that makes them a family. From her perch, the lion watches, chest heaving, tail twitching, frustration burning beneath her calm. She has lost the meal, but not the night. She is alive, and in her world, survival is the only true victory. The wolves feast quickly, tearing through the hard-earned kill. They do not celebrate, they do not gloat. For predators, every victory is temporary, every meal fleeting. Soon, the cold will return, and the search will begin again. As dawn breaks once more over the frost-covered valley, the mountain lion descends quietly from her refuge. She walks with the same grace as before, unbroken, undeterred. The night may have taken her prize, but the wilderness still belongs to those who endure. She moves on, slipping back into the forest's embrace, where her silent hunt will start again.
And somewhere, not far behind, the wolves lift their voices to the morning sky, reminding the land and every creature within it that the pack endures too. In this endless, unforgiving wilderness, there are no villains, no heroes, only survival, only balance, only the ancient dance between stealth and strength, between the ghost of the mountains and the rulers of the pack. And every night, beneath the cold breath of the American sky, their story continues, written in tracks on the snow, echoes in the forest, and the heartbeat of the wild.